Quite honestly, I don't know where to start with Cody Thompson. I do remember very well my first, not even encounter with him, was in the weight room with Coach Legando. And I believe it was one of Cody's first days being introduced as part of high school football in the weight room. And I graduated with his uncle, who's in this Hall of Fame, named Jim Jenkins. We call him Junkie, the junk man. You know, he could jump out of the gym, Junkie Jenkins, you know. And Coach Legando pointed him out and said, that's your guy Junkie Jenkins' nephew. Look at him. He walks like Junkie, doesn't he? And I remember thinking, I don't know, you know, he'd be as good an athlete as Junkie Jenkins, you know. I mean, he looks lean, he looks, you know, he's walking around the weight room. I can't tell anything. Fast forward from that moment to a moment 5 years ago that almost makes me emotional. And that is, Cody Thompson is on the practice squad at the time for the Seattle Seahawks. So, you know, spoiler alert, he's pretty good, right? And somehow I get word, I don't remember exactly how, that he's getting called up. He's getting called up and he's going to play a game. I look at the schedule and they're at Minnesota. So he's activated with the Seattle Seahawks. He's going to play a football game against Minnesota there in Minneapolis. And as an illustration of how spontaneous and idiotic I am, I book a flight. Buy a ticket, book a flight, go. And get there, you know, same day. It's 4 o'clock kickoff. I leave that morning, get myself organized, get a beer, get a hot dog, get myself situated in my seat, taking pictures of Cody. You know, I'm not close, so he's that big. The pictures are worthless. I mean, you could zoom in, but he's like blurry like that picture of your dad was. And so, but I'm excited. But I'm mostly, you know, I'm at a football game. And I'm expecting him to not take a field. I don't understand how professional football works. You know, I'm thinking he just got called up. So he's the last guy on the roster. He's going to be on the bench, and but he's there. You know, he's getting paid. He's there. That's good. I'm going to support him. So what happened, and honestly I don't remember if it was a kickoff or kick return, but I'm situated, and my eyes are on him. He's number 11. My eyes are on him. And right away he jogs on the field. Right away. He's on either kickoff or kick return. He's actually on both. Am I right? He's on both. So it could have been either. And he played the whole game that way. But right away jogged down the field. And I'm not a real emotional guy, but tears started streaming down my cheek. So I went from, you know, hot dog and a beer to affected. Affected. And there's just this thing was going through my mind. And for those of you who are like me that just, you know, we were Huron football players. All we wanted is that H on the side of our helmet. I was so proud. So proud. And the words that kept going through my mind were, a Huron Tiger is playing football against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota effing Vikings. And I had a heck of a time that day, and he made us all proud. His work ethic, I've seen all of his interviews when he's working hard in camps and on practice teams, and whether it was the Kansas City Chiefs or a brief stint with the Cincinnati Bengals, mostly with the Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He remains a free agent. But his high school career, excellent. The one thing we did, we played him at quarterback. And so he doesn't get a college scholarship. So here's a guy in the NFL who doesn't get a college scholarship until late in the process. He gets identified by the head coach at the University of Toledo. It's an interesting story. Who scholarships him as a wide receiver, of course, and really it's his natural position. But the interesting aspect of my interview with Cody was asking him, what if, I mean, a lot of things could go wrong. You're sick that weekend when that camp is. You know, for some reason you don't make that camp. Where do you end up? His answer was, I don't know. His answer wasn't, well, I was really gonna go to this other school or that other school, and I would have navigated my way and ended up in the same place. The answer is maybe, but the answer is he didn't know. So sometimes hard work, along with a little serendipity, helps. And so if you look at his page, the accolades, both at the college level and in high school. Actually, high school, he was an all-Ohio athlete, and quite good. I thought he was the best wide receiver, I don't know, in the conference as a sophomore, and then he started playing quarterback. But there are programs, they're at the table. From Toledo, he's on the cover of the University of Toledo Media Guide. We have Sam Holler is here. He's in the media guide. Now, it's one thing to be listed in the media guide. I mean, this is like the levels of college football success. Your name's in the media guide, that's pretty good. Your picture's in the media guide, Coach Holler is at Ashland, that's real good. Well, now we've got a cover of a media guide, so that makes us all proud. But the one thing I'd like to conclude before I have Cody come up and give some remarks, I believe it's safe to say with about 20 games active in the NFL, that Cody Thompson's the best football player in history here in high school. Now, you could possibly argue that. We've got Billy Joe Armstrong, who was captain at Ohio State. But if you think of all the real good football players that I was in awe of as a young man and as a coach myself, there's a lot of them. And I'm looking at many of them today. Magoo, Bearcat, Michigan State. We got a Big Ten Conference scholarship player here, Craig Saunders. Jim Bolenbacher was one of the best baseball players Hiram ever saw. And football. You played football there too, didn't you? But I will say it. You are free to meet me at Knuckleheads for a cocktail and argue with me if you like. But ladies and gentlemen, it is, for you, no. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the best football player in the history of Huron High School, into the Huron High School Athletic Hall of Fame induction class of 2025, Cody Thompson.
Put me in a tight spot saying I'm the best ever. Now I gotta have these conversations whenever I'm in town. So I'll just send them your number, so if you get any text messages or anything, it's on you. Thank you to the committee, I appreciate everything. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. First off, congratulations to my fellow inductees. It's an honor to share this night alongside you. Growing up in Huron was an incredible experience. This school, these fields, and this town shaped me in ways I still feel every day. Playing sports here, especially football, changed my life. I want to begin with the people who were with me from the start, my family. Mom and Dad, you were there for every mile and every moment. The early mornings, the late nights, the long drives, and the countless sacrifices of time, money, and energy. You never once hesitated whenever I called. You were there, and I truly could not have done any of it without you. Not a chance. I don't say it enough, but I'm forever grateful. Everything I've done is built on the foundation you gave me, and I'll spend a lifetime to repay that love and belief. To my sister Nicole and my brother Tony, who couldn't be here tonight, you've shaped me in more ways than you know. You're always in my corner, coming to games, and supporting me every step of the way. And at times, even believed in me more than I believed in myself, and that confidence has meant the world to me. Next, I want to thank you, Coach Legando. Coach, you were an incredible coach, an even better person. You cared more about who we were as young men, our characters and values, than about our performance on the field. I'll never forget how a room would instantly quiet when you walked in. Whether it was a locker room or your 4th grade classroom, you set a standard that made us all sit up straighter and aim higher. The lessons you taught about discipline, accountability, and respect still guide me today. To all my coaches, teachers, and teammates, thank you for the support and for making those years so much fun. The practices, the games, and the Friday nights we shared are memories I'll always appreciate. And finally, to the town of Huron, your support has meant everything to me. Some of the most fun I've ever had was playing in Huron Memorial Stadium on Friday nights in the fall. Those nights surrounded by my family, friends, and this community are memories I'll always carry with me. Standing here, I can trace so much of who I am back to these fields, these classrooms, and these people. The values I learned here, hard work, loyalty, and resilience, have stayed with me and continue to shape everything I do. Tonight is about the people in the community that make nights like this. Tonight is about the people in the community that make nights like this possible. Family, coaches, teammates, and everyone in Huron whose support has meant so much to me. And again, congratulations to all the inductees. It's an honor to stand alongside you tonight. Thank you.